And this is the first time we've had him on the show, or at least we've had a chance to meet. Would you welcome, please, Oliver Reed? It's nice to have you with us.
Thank you for having me.
How are you?
Quite extraordinary.
Yes, that's what... that's what I hear. You and Miss Winters have never worked together.
No, we haven't.
Didn't you used to be under contract at RKO?
No, you see,
I'm sorry. I'm intimidated by the British.
Why is that? You know, most Americans, and I've said that on the show before, seem to be intimidated by English people in general. They feel a little, I guess, insecure. I don't know.
Most of them, you see, we made love to.
Most of them.
I would have remembered.
You've forgotten. No, I don't know why. I think it's a myth. I think it's very polite. I think America is an amazing country simply because it's comprised of a mosaic of European culture, do you understand? Yeah. And people that came to America, it seems to me, because they thought that they were either economically or socially or religiously persecuted. And they came and they made a happy place of it.
Right.
Some of them behaved themselves and some of them are quite loud.
We have a great mixture here. What,
I would have remembered.
But you forgot, sweetheart. Give me your hand.
We do know each other.
One written Sour Misfortune's book.
This can't be happening on television.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I thought it was my turn.
It is.
Anyway.
Yes, anyway, what brings you here?
I'm here making... I have just finished a film called Burnt Offerings with Betty Davis, who you remember.
Yes, I remember.
And Karen Black, who maybe is a little younger than you.
Yeah, but she's not as... Never mind.
But Betty Davis is probably older.
Yes, and it's called Burnt Offerings. Mm-hmm. And we made it in San Francisco, in Oakland, just outside.
Yeah. Betty Davis is quite a lady. She has been with us several times on this show. And is one of the great actresses, I guess. You've never worked with her?
Never worked with her before at all, no. I rode her food trolley up and down the corridor outside her room at nights, and she... and she got a bit cross about that.
Being the room service table outside?
That's right. But it was all right. I sent her some roses. She gave me a tennis ball signed with Betty Davis and a picture of herself.
She gave you a tennis ball signed Betty Davis?
Yes. She gave it all. It was amazing because she used to live in this hotel, and outside they had, because I believe they didn't make enough money. I could be incorrect. They didn't make enough money out of the hotel, so they've turned the tennis courts. It's like a gymnasium. There are swimming pools, people come in with rubber hats on, they swim up and down, people play tennis all day. And Betty Davis came along and she borrowed a pair of binoculars because she's supposed to bird watch in the film. In actual fact, she was looking at the fellas playing tennis. And so when the film finished, she gave us all a tennis ball.
That's very nice. I don't have one myself, and I would like to have
ask
one. Would you ask her next time?
They're on the prop strike.
We have to take a break? All right, we'll do a commercial. We'll be right back. Stay where you are. We're talking with Oliver Reed and Shelley Winters, and you brought up the word kinky, which is a word they use in England quite often, but it's not too used here.
Well,
how would you define that? And then
the
I'll
English are rather kinky. They never talk about sex. Never.
We just do it, madam.
Yes,
That's quite British.
Yes.
Yes. We talk about it a lot, American, discuss it.
Do you know, I'm playing a colonel in my next film, and this is why I look extraordinary. And I combed my hair, and I thought...
You look like Hitler.
Excuse me.
That's why I didn't recognize you.
Do you know that Hitler was an Austrian, and most Prussians and British are very close, and that's why we fought each other. Mark my words. So
anyway, you're doing the...
So I'm playing a colonel. I thought, I don't know what to do. So I went into half this is pencil, because I've only grown it for 4 days. It proves I'm not terribly virile. But they penciled it in. And I was going to...
I remembered.
That is why, ladies and gentlemen, you woke up the next morning with my moustache
Sometimes a mustache and a mask will hide the identity.
How come you get a moustache?
No, wait a minute. This is American. We're very Puritan. We have the Puritan tradition here.
Yes.
Can I leave now for the theater? I have to be on the stage in a little while.
You don't really have to leave, do you, Shelley?
No.
And you have met before. And
Do you know there's no way? There's
Shh.
Quiet.
Can we end the show now?
Please be quiet for a minute.
Yes, sir.
Good.
I am not really used to this. Will you please be quiet for a minute while I talk to this gentleman? I'm on the show
Yes, sir.
to talk.
Okay.
Not just to hear you, madam.
Yes, sir.
Right.
Oliver. This is like it'll be...
Right? And she was saying it was a bad audience?
Women's liberation, madam, will never survive. Not while I'm in the kitchen.
This could turn out to be a hell of a fight tonight.
Oh, you won't slip down because, madam, I noticed while you were on the show, you're actually far more controlled than you make out. Would you take off your shoe?
One.
Because on the bottom of your shoe, you have some...
I bought them in England.
Do you know why that's on there? Do you know why? So she won't fall over. That's dry British humor. But then I'm only playing a colonel.
Yes.
Royal Scots Dragoon Guards.
Is that what you are? You a member of the Royal Scots?
No, actually, in the film, I'm supposed to be... the opening scene of the film is quite funny, actually, because the opening scene... This is a new film. I read the script yesterday. I very rarely read a script. And I'm looking at some cows, and the lady comes up to me, and she said, would you join my father? I'm Colonel Blood's daughter. And I say, how do you do, madam? And she said, I would like you to come and join my father's army. I said, I've given up the Special Air Service, the commandos, the paratroop regiment, MI5, MI16. I've given all that stuff off, and I've given it all up, and I'm just with the cows. And there's boom, boom in the background. She said, what's that? And I said, it's my gamekeeper, keeping away my creditors. And she said, well, then won't you join the army for money? And the British have been mercenaries. And I said, well, I don't really want to. I mean, if the cows could give milk, we'd be on good footing. And she looks down, they're all heifers. So she says, they're all heifers. So I say, oh, I've never had anything to do with sex and that sort of thing.
Oliver, don't do this picture. Don't do this film.
Well, you should see the cows. I'll give up smoking now.
It's Friday, all right.
But it's not Las Vegas.
It's not. Have you ever been there?
No, I haven't. They tell me they gamble there. They game. In England, we call it gaming.
Gaming, yes, and it's very big in England, but it's legalized in England. It's not. You have what they call, not bookies as we call them, but what is the
turf accountants?
Turf consultants.
Accountants.
Turf which is a very high-class name for
it's for a bookie.
For a bookie, right.
Up until a few years ago, we used to have bookies runners. You could never, up until about 12 years ago in England, you weren't allowed to have a turf accountant's shop. And people used to stand on the side of the road with a piece of paper in their top pocket. And they used to flag you down. And you would go, you'd stop the car, and you would say, I want it on the nose, the 2:30 at Ascot.
And drive away, that was it?
And drive away. And the next day you would drive back to exactly the same place, and he wouldn't pay you.
It takes the fun out of it now when you have terrific accountants. That sounds like more fun stopping on the side of the road.
I like to win sometimes.
Yeah.
No.
Let me leave for a second here, but we shall return. Right here. You're one of the few English entertainers, I understand, that still, a lot of them have changed residence, have they not, out of England? Because of the heavy taxation.
Yes.
They seem to move, somebody said they had a group on one night that moved to the Isle of Man because of the high taxes and so forth.
Yes, they've made it now very expensive. In the Isle of Man, apparently somebody's got to give to the government of the Isle of Man a great deal of money in order that they live there to prove that they're not using it as a tax shelter. Mm-hmm. Yes, a lot of people have left. It becomes at times prohibitive to live there. I still stay there. That's the next question. I still stay there because I've fallen in love with my horses and my old house, which is falling down. And
what happened to the cows? I'm sorry.
That was in the picture.
Oh, that was in the picture.
Yes.
I'll be quiet.
I've fallen in love with my horses, madam, and my old house, which is falling down. And I've spent the last 3.5 years with the aid of a lot of film technicians who now can't get a job, like painters and plasterers and chippies. We're trying to get it back together again.
When you say old house, an old house in this country would be 100 years, but in England, an old house, 100 years means nothing.
There's the rub, because I can't get any help because Victoriana is being pulled down. I've made a movie in San Francisco recently, and some of the great Victorian architecture in San Francisco is being pulled down. And they're building huge, great cement
high-rises, yeah.
Certainly.
They're very good at that, though. You know.
No, but in their place. But it is a shame, you know, because nobody's into Victorian architecture. In England, you know, if it's Georgian or it's Tudor, then everybody keeps it alive and they say it's a pity because the trucks come through. I believe that Victorian architecture should be kept alive. And I asked
Why?
because I believe that, madam, in another 100 years' time, people are going to say, did you just leave me the ashes of the earth? Or did you leave me a house? And I believe that at the end of the last century and the beginning of this, some people made in opinions of most ugly buildings. But I believe that Victoriana, come another 100 years' time, is going to be of sufficient importance that maybe our great-grandchildren will
Should have something to look at.
Yes, and that seems to strike a heavy note, but I do. And so I have...
Oliver, could I take a second of your time? Just a second. Quick,
madam.
just
You've
a
taken
second.
most of the show. I know you... I know you've got to go to the theatre.
I know when when my little girl, who's gorgeous now, 22, was little, about 15 months old, I did a picture in London, and I came there with my mother and the nurse, and, and anyway, and they rented a house for us on Curzon Street or something, and we walked in, and it was really, outside it looked beautiful, but inside, the temperature was about 10 degrees below zero, and it was very gloomy, and Gregory Peck had slept there. That was the famous thing about it, and before that it had been
And he's not 23?
No, and before that it had been a brothel. You know, all those girls who used to come there. And this man extolled this house and said to my mother, this house is 300 years old. And my mother said, but do you expect me to live in it with a baby? No, but, okay, I got it so long. Next time.
You gotta go to the theater. Thank you.
Anyway.
A lot of non sequiturs tonight. Things just kind of trail off and...
She's all right. She can't shout at us now.
Yeah, she's...
So much for women's lib. Who's the lady that shouted?
Do they have a women's lib movement big in England also?
Always.
Oh, it's all over
but
now.
the women in England are quite good. They're always in the kitchen, so you can't hear them when they shout.
You think that's where they should be, huh?
I think that most women are very happy. I really think that most women are happy in the kitchen, not because they like... men make the best chefs.
When you ever go to a hotel and find the chef is a woman, madam?
I think
Shakespeare wasn't a bird, madam?
And neither's Johnny Carson.
I think if they paid women in the kitchen as much as they pay chefs in a hotel, women would love to be in the kitchen.
I think that basically women are very happy in the kitchen simply because it means that they're feeding their children and looking after their man. I think that the time arises when a woman is put out to work. And I think then when she comes back and says, oh, I've had a heavy day, and the husband arrives at the same time, that's a bad deal, because then they're going to fight who's going to cook and who's going to wash up.
Yeah.
I think that a woman's place is looking after her man and her children, and I think a man's place is to look after her, to protect her, and provide her with a little warmth. I really do believe
You have the old-fashioned concept, right?
Yeah, but it's fairly sweet. I mean, the women's liberationists, if they thought about that...
Shh! Quiet, woman.
Women's liberationists... I think that women's liberationists.
Now that's what is known as savoir-faire, when you can continue.
I think that women's liberationists sometimes do extraordinary things. I don't think that, in actual fact, that it gives them much armament to their cause. I mean, the fact that I have been smothered in whiskey, and it is whiskey, I can taste it, pays no cause to the lady. There are going to be a lot of people on this program that will laugh at that, and there will be several who will probably be quite indignant. I'm not indignant, because this is indicative of the bad manners of a lot of chauvinist ladies.
I like this show myself. But
And I shall stay here until it dries.
I hope you just lick it off. If Ed was here, he'd help you clean up. We'll be right back.
I first met Jonathan Winters about 1953 or 54. Jack Parr at that time, believe it or not, was doing a show early in the morning on CBS. And I went in to fill in for him once, and they said, you have a fellow called Jonathan Winters on today. And he came on, and I thought then he was the most inventive, off-the-wall comedians I have ever seen, and I still think that. He's just finished a movie called Moon Over Parador with Richard Dreyfuss. He's written a book called Winter's Tales, Stories and Observations for the Unusual. Would you welcome Jonathan Winters? Little pouch there.
Well,
Just a little
you know,
pouch there.
turkeys carry a lot of stuff in front, and it costs them their lives. So I'm carrying everything. I've been carrying it for a long time, and I tell you, you know, it's just since we're on this.
Yes.
Yeah, and I'm so thankful, really, to be here at this particular time. Because of the book, and because I'm alive, and you know, my shoes are corrective. I can feel my toes now. They didn't come through a chiropractor. What is not a chiropractor? You're a colonel. What is it? A general.
Chiropodist or podiatrist. Or podiatrist.
Podiatrist. You know, I had too many guys working on my feet. That's why they had to be corrected. But at any rate, I stopped drinking a long time ago.
Oh, yes.
Obviously, I haven't stopped eating, but I stopped smoking. There's so little left. And that's out.
And the feet are out. And that's That's a memory, too.
That's a memory, you know? Yeah. It falls off and it's gone away. Flies away.
Does it bother you getting older?
No, it doesn't bother me. I'm 62 now, John.
What was it you said one night? You were on the final...
Final glide path.
Yeah.
It's the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
For those people who are doing a lot of this, get ready. You can't take that can through. It doesn't happen. My stepfather once said to me, if you make 60, you are definitely in the fourth quarter. Yeah. Definitely. Might be OT.
Mm-hmm. Do you come from a family of...
A small family. I was the only child. I'm glad. I got everything there was to get.
No rivalry?
Not a lot either. No rivalry. No, I fought an attorney, killed him on the spot. He said, you get the kitchen knives. Good. You'll do time for this, and then it was gone.
Anyway, you want to talk about this?
Sure.
I mean,
Get off of kitchen knives.
You got it.
This was a book, took me 5 years.
5 years?
Yeah. A little slow.
Well, you have a word processor?
No, I don't have a word processor.
See, that's modern now. If you were a kid now, you'd have a word processor.
This is all I got. Yeah. And that's all Lincoln wrote with, you know. I can't type, very honestly. I can't. It's unfortunate. And with the secretary situation, it's a little frightening, the senators are being reported and things. So I thought it's better to stick with a little hand.
Did your wife suggest you should not use a secretary?
Yeah,
Was that your
right away. She said that ballpoint pen, get on it. And so I went down the basement and between jobs wrote this little 216-page book. And it's a book on short stories, a little poetry, it's reflections, observations. It's not what you call a funny book. I don't want to turn you off on this, but it's reflections, observations, which can be funny.
Pithy comments.
Yeah, pithy. Yeah. Toward the end, it gets pithy. But you can sit, and you know where you sit a lot of times. You can sit there. Here, Margaret, look at here. And
What's your favorite? Anything in here you'd like to?
well, they're all my favorite. That's an ego problem. No.
Before you do that, why don't you find one, and we'll do a commercial.
Okay. I'm just as interested as you are.
Your hands are cold.
Yes, my hands are cold. Hold on to me.
We'll do this, and we'll come right back for our reading corner. All right, friends, now in our author's corner, this is what I'll call our normal author spot now, and John's going to read from his Random House did this book?
Yes.
A little excerpt from some of your observations.
Okay.
Okay?
Sit right up. Pencils up or pencils down. This is called, How Much Money Did You Make Today, Little Man? How much money did you make today, little man? Only 15 cents. I sold an old green bottle I found buried out back of the barn. How much money did you make today, little man? Carried some groceries, 4 big bags of them, for an old woman to her car. She gave me a whole quarter. How much money did you make today, little man? I raked leaves all day long for Mr. Rogers. Took them into an old dirty sheet down to Buck Creek and burned them. Both my hands are sore and full of blisters. Mr. Rogers gave me $1, silver dollar. Said he'd had it for a long, long time. That's Mr. Rogers cracking nuts. Either that or the fireplace is on fire. How much money did you make today, little man? I washed Grandpa's pickup and then waxed it. Made it look almost new. Grandpa gave me 75 cents and a picture of him in uniform when he was in World War I. How much money did you make today, little man? I shoveled snow all day Saturday and most of Sunday. Would have made a bunch of money, but the handle broke. As it was, almost made $2. How much money did you make today, little man? I didn't make a cent today. Hard to believe, ain't it? I've been hustling ever since I was born. But today I found something better than money. Something I've been looking for a long, long time. Ever since my dad died. No, it ain't money. I found a friend. A real friend. Somebody that don't care whether I got money or not. Last thing she said to me today was, I don't care how much you made today. Little man, I love you and just want to be your wife. It's not to say she doesn't love me. I'm sure she does. And I love her. But we're only kids. I'll bet you anything, when I grow up and do marry her, first thing she's going to say is, how much money did you make today, man?
That's nice. That's a nice piece. Ooh. Yeah. You have described yourself as a 60-year-old kid, right?
Oh, 62, yeah.
62. Do you still
62.
hang on to your childhood possessions?
Yeah, I've got my ball mitt, which is really, it's small. It's just, my hand is small, and it just barely covers my hand. It's an old mitt. Walker Cooper out of St. Louis.
You can't throw it away, right?
No, I can't throw it away.
I've got stuff like that.
I tried to throw it away, and it was thrown back at me.
Yeah.
No, I have marbles. I have a .22 rifle. I have a couple of boxes of soldiers, and I got to tell you one little story, John, especially this time of the year when people are, in the festive mood, and also people with, large pins ready to hit the turkey there in New York and watch it. No, at any rate, no, I was kidding about that. I always wanted to do that as a kid. Go, ooh, watch the big rubber turkey. Terrible. You're a violent child. I stuck it in a real turkey. He went at me. No, when I came home, this is a moment of grief, but for a lot of people. But I came home from the war, and I was just talking about Thanksgiving, like yourself, strafing people there in Philadelphia. But I came home and I went down the Stone Road. And my mother was there, and I said, you had to cue her a lot. And she was in show business. She was in radio and an actress. But I'd say, Mother, it's me. And her eyes were not Vaseline at that time. And I said, Johnny, your son. I see you. I see you. So it was a very demonstrative family, and ran to a lot of the minorities would run and grab each other, but whew, boy, when you're full Caucasian, a lot of times it's back off, you know. So
Full Caucasians are like that. Yeah, I know what you mean.
So and eventually she grabbed me. The bottle dropped, you know. Oh, nice, sweetheart, it is you. And so I went to my room, which about this area in here, bed, wash bowl, and a commode, and place to hang the funny shirts. So I said, Mother, you know, it's great to be home, number one. And I said, where are my toys? There's a long pause. She said, you're 20 years old, dummy. And very sensitive at that time, too. I mean, if you said that had been said to me in the service, and of course, grenade. So I didn't have any grenades, or she'd have been history. So I said, Carol would say, how about your mom? We were a tough family.
You gotta call it as you see it.
You got, because she'd survive, I know her.
Yeah.
And
Tough old lady.
blow her into a tree, come right out with some squirrel, you know. So she said, you're 20 years old. What are we talking about the toys for? And I said, she said, I gave them away to the mission. I said, that's all right. You know, that's okay, the poor kids. But you should have written me. You know, those last hours in Philadelphia, where I discharged. And I said, please, why, you should have let me know. And she said the line I'll never forget. She said, well, sweetheart, how did we know that you were going to survive? So that's when I put her in a home early.
A lot of warmth in that family, huh?
Parents are funny. I know they kid a lot.
Yeah. Let's go back to the very first Thanksgiving.
Oh.
Very first one.
Okay.
How do you manage it was as a pilgrim? I mean,
Well, you have to realize at that time, which I don't think a lot of people do because so many years have passed, they were basically from England, you know, downtown London. And either that or, you know, Southampton. Bye-bye, have a good voyage. Of course, the little boats were kind of a joke, and they went around in circles, and then everybody, so about 7,000 people went, and they moved out. No Evan Roods in those days, gang. You know. So I imagine they got to Plymouth Rock, you know, what it was, around 1620?
Mm-hmm, about that.
Something like that, 1621.
Jamestown, I guess?
Jamestown, good. And guy pointed, that's Jamestown. Yes, it says on the map, Jamestown. Everybody, yeah. And, of course, the boat went right into Plymouth Rock, and they swam ashore. And then they got up on the rock, and everybody prayed, usually on the rock. And those that didn't pray were cuffed around a little bit. And by the minister, you know, hey, don't you believe? You don't believe? You know, so... then, of course, the Indians showed. God bless the Indians, you know. I still have, you know, a lot of love and respect for the Indians, too. They were obviously in just standard, you know, buckskin and feathers. And here are these people, and the Indian would say, of course, that was a Wyandotte, and you could distinguish him from an Algonquin or Iroquois and Seneca. And he was saying, look at the buckles on the dummy. And, of course, it was something for an Indian because he had no buckles. You know, good waist, tight, and maybe a rubber band, but certainly not a buckle. And they'd say, and then the guy had buckles on his shoes. Hey, no wonder they were not wanted right away. And then the buckle on the hat told him that he'd had some special treatment. But that's pretty much Thanksgiving as I remember it.
How do you think the farmer Elwood P. Suggins would feel about Thanksgiving? You know, does he raise turkeys, Mr. Suggins?
Yes. I raised turkeys. In the beginning, we raised turkeys back in the late 30s. We had about 600 of them, and I thought it was early snow, but it was just white turkey. And we just went out there with full shot, about 12 shot, opened up and got a lot of them, and then I had heavy grief over that. And I had heavy grief that I'd kill them birds. So today, we just wait for a Cadillac to come through town. And if they cross the road, the Cadillac belongs to the Cadillac. And I picked one out just for Sunday, right out of the grill. Bird had just like this, you know, had the design on it and everything. But we've taken to eating some small animals. I don't want to go into that.
Mrs. Suggins is still living, is
Mrs.
she?
Suggins is full of life.
Yeah, uh-huh.
She's bedridden.
Oh, I didn't know.
Yeah. Which works in her favor.
I see.
I give her a box of chocolates.
Good-hearted woman, though.
And a new VSR, whatever thing. She's asked for something special. See movies on it.
Watch some movies, yeah.
Yeah, and she watches that. Yeah. And I watch her, and then we watch the movies together. And I get her to the window so that she can look at the kids. You know, just drag her out of bed and over at the window. Go ahead, look at her. Put it on F6 and put it on CU, close up, you know, and then I drop her out of the window. Kids will play with her for 2 or 3 hours. Yeah. Well, they've dragged her around and wore her back off.
Yeah, well, I want to wish you a happy Thanksgiving and give my best to Mrs. Suggins. Sounds like a remarkable woman.
Are you watching to it?
Yeah, well, she's probably watching now. We'll be right back.
We'll be right back, honey.
We are back. My next guest is a most imaginative and talented gentleman who created the famous puppets who will be featured in a TV special at 8 o'clock tomorrow night called The Muppet Show. Would you welcome, please, Jim Henson.
Hello, Jim.
It's
nice
my
to
left
meet
hand.
you.
Hello.
He's got to go on the best dress list, you know that?
Oh, yeah, you like
Yeah.
my threads
Oh,
there.
I love the red.
That's Dr. Teeth, huh? How are you,
Yeah,
Doctor?
I'm good. Oh, yeah.
Good to see you.
Nice to be here.
You feel
Made
so...
the big time, didn't I? Yeah. Boy.
In the big room.
Oh, yeah.
How would you describe your music? What is that? Is that rock or jazz?
Oh,
or...
that's like catastrophe music. It's a towering inferno with bongo drums. You know?
Yeah. Do you get a lot of chicks now that, you know, most rock stars have the groupies now that you're a big
you know,
star? Does that...
being a puppet, it's sort of different. You know? The head of my fan club is Nangora Sweater. Comes out of Dubuque, Iowa. You know, she's really fuzzy though, man. You know. Oh, yeah. Dig that fuzz.
Yeah. Where did you get your name, Dr. Teeth? What is that?
My gold tooth there.
Oh, I see, right in the front
See
there.
in there, yeah. Got 3 gold records melted down in there. Melted them down and stuck them in my mouth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who's going to be on the special tomorrow night with Dr. Teeth?
Well, let's see. Shall I answer that?
Sure.
Sure, go ahead. Yeah, it doesn't matter to me, man.
Now, we've got sort of an unusual lineup of characters. We've got the homicidal maniac and the San Francisco earthquake. We've got Mount Rushmore and the 7 deadly sins.
Mount Rushmore and the 7 deadly sins. Did you?
Fantastic.
Yeah, great.
And my group, which is the Electric Mayhem.
Did you start this as a kid? Fooling around with puppets?
Well, I started sort of just out of high school.
Right.
And then I had
It's a whole new departure from just the hand puppets. You've given them a whole new dimension, and some of the things you've done, where you do the visual pieces of film with the characters, really.
Yeah, well, I've worked in
incredible.
television a long time, and I enjoy television.
It has a lot of effects that you can do that you can't do live, right? You can combine the film and so forth.
Mm-hmm.
Where's our old friend Kermit? Is Kermit around? Maybe we
had
can call
him
on
around.
Kermit. Do we want to do a break first? Then we'll come back and we'll talk with Kermit a while.
Sure.
Okay? All right,
Sorry,
we'll take a break here. If you just joined us, we're talking with Diane Carroll, Jim Henson and some of his friends, and Dan Rowan will join us, and Larry Beezer, and Norman Fell a little bit later on. And here's my old friend Kermit.
Hi there.
Hi. Hello, Kermit.
Hello out there. Yeah, it's nice to be here. Right.
Are you going to be on the special tomorrow night, Kermit?
No.
You're not on the special?
No, you know, they gave me one lousy line. No, I'm not going to work that show.
What do you think? Maybe you're getting a little too old or something like that? You're the oldest of the group, aren't you?
Yeah. You know, I was one of the first guys
Yeah.
a long time ago.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of thanks I get, you know.
What do you?
Now the young guys get it, you know, these young, long-haired rock kids
Yeah.
playing that lousy music.
What do you think of Dr. Tooth's music?
I hate it. Terrible stuff. Yeah.
Don't care for it at all.
No, frogs don't dig stuff like that.
No rock, huh? Just
No.
Old-fashioned music.
Yeah, right.
What kind of a part do you play in the special? They give you one line.
I got one lousy line.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that.
Yeah. It's nothing. It's a nothing show, you know.
No. How's your love life?
What? How's my love life?
How's your love life?
Listen, I work on Sesame Street. You don't ask a frog questions like that. You wouldn't ask Captain Kangaroo how's his sex life?
No, I wouldn't.
Can you imagine that?
You're absolutely right. That was wrong. That was wrong of me. I
Yeah.
shouldn't have done that. Well, how's your health? Is that the same question? Is your health all right?
That's okay.
You're feeling well then?
It's got a bad throat, you know.
What do you take for it?
I've got a person in my throat. That's a frog joke.
That's a frog joke, yes.
It's real big with all the frogs out there.
I'll bet it is.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, sure.
Can I ask you a question? What's Kermit made of?
Well, it's a kind of a fleecing fabric. The first Kermit was made out of. Watch that, will you? The first Kermit I made the first Kermit out of a spring coat of my mother's, and a couple of ping pong balls.
I see.
For the eyes. We still use ping pong balls.
I don't.
Humiliating.
Yes, you see, Kermit seems very sensitive. Very sensitive frog.
He got his feelings hurt because he wasn't working this show.
Yeah. What do frogs do when they're not frogging? I mean, what do they have any hobbies or sports or anything like that?
No. Frogs, we just sit around.
Yeah.
You sit in the swamps, you sit in the mud, you know. Sit there. That's what frogs do. Everybody knows that.
I'm sitting here talking to a dumb frog.
Thanks a lot.
I'm sorry. I'm awfully sorry about that.
You just alienated all the frogs out there.
Yeah.
It's okay, frogs. He didn't mean it.
Hey, I thank you for coming tonight. It's always a great pleasure. You see, the special is at 8 o'clock tomorrow.
Right.
And I'll catch it because you're really brilliant with this stuff.
It's okay.
And Kermit, my apologies. I'm sorry about the Sesame Street. Thank you, Jim. Thank you, Kermit. It's funny where the fantasy starts and he gets so caught up, you get caught up. I'm sitting here talking to a frog.
Yeah. And you don't look at him at all. You just look at the animal.
I'm talking to the frog, and the frog gets steamed.
Yes.
Apologizing to a puppet. You must know when you're ready for the home. Dan Rowan will come out in a moment, and we have Larry Beezer with us, who's a young new comedian, and Norman Fell. And we will take this brief interruption. Oh, this is our new sponsor, I got to mention a while ago, Ron, too. Wonderful lighter. Nice to have him with us. You probably haven't, we've talked about this every year we've done the show. You probably have not even decided to buy Christmas gifts yet. You wait till the last minute,
I like to wait till the last minute.
Why is that? I never understood
There's just
that.
a feeling about it. It's wonderful. The last couple of days you get out,
And things are marked down then, I suppose, too.
No, they're already marked down already. Listen, people are having sales that never had sales before in their life.
That is true because of the economy. My first guest, I cannot think of anybody in recent history who has had such a rise in popularity in the last 2 or 3 years as Dudley Moore, and deservedly so. He's always been talented. I first saw Dudley in New York on Beyond the Fringe with Jonathan. Peter Cook? With Peter Cook. I was thinking of Jonathan. I was thinking of Jonathan. What's his name? The other. You know whom I'm talking about.
Let's ask the staff. Who is he talking about?
Dudley Moore.
No, Jonathan Miller.
That's right, Jonathan Miller.
He's another.
He was a doctor.
He is a doctor.
Yes.
Well, I was talking about Peter Cook, who worked with Dudley. He's been nominated for an Oscar.
Who? Peter Cook?
No. Dudley Moore has been nominated for and a couple of Tony Awards. Also been nominated. Yeah. Dudley. His latest movie is called 6 Weeks, and it co-stars Mary Tyler Moore. And it opens December the 17th, which is that's tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
It's tomorrow.
You're starting to go, just a little bit.
And his other new film, Lovesick, is going to be released in February. Would you welcome Dudley Moore? Not bad, huh?
Oh, I love it.
Yeah. You get I'm a little dingy tonight. You get bizarre well, you're bizarre pretty much since I've ever known you.
Yes, yes.
You've got that kind of wavelength. But during the holiday season, people get anxiety attacks. They get stressed.
Yeah, you wonder what to buy, don't you, and stuff.
Yeah.
I wonder what to stuff and
what to
buy.
What to buy. Do you buy?
Isn't that it?
That's about right.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah.
Do you buy stuff for a lot of people, or?
I try not to.
Yeah.
It's so hard not to, isn't it?
Yes. No, it's not easy.
To pass by and not buy stuff.
Or to stuff by and not
or
buy.
stuff by.
Yes, and not pass.
She's a nice girl, by. But no, I find it very difficult.
Yeah, I do too.
And I think this is getting us absolutely nowhere.
Do you know what I read about you or the articles? I cannot pick up a magazine without seeing a picture of you or an article about you.
Oh, I can think of a few.
Well, I didn't mean all of them, but many of them. And they call you Cuddly Dudley.
Oh.
Somebody, yeah.
Gag me with whatever it is.
With a hammer, I think. I'm not sure what it is.
Well, that started in England some years ago, as a matter of fact.
Yeah.
There is a black singer called Cuddly Dudley.
That I didn't know.
Who I'm often mistaken for.
He's tall, isn't he?
He's tall guy.
Yeah.
Tall guy.
Tall black
But no, it's better than a flint driven into the head with a mallet.
You take what you get.
You take what you get. I can't complain.
Yeah. You're going to play the piano later, and most people, I'm sure, know that you are a musician. You started basically as a jazz.
Yeah. I started.
Jazz musician.
I started playing piano when I was 6, and I realized that jazz was a more sort of visceral music that got the juices going of the young girls in the school. I think the band would agree that that's the motivation behind playing.
Attracts women?
Sucking and blowing those things there. I think the main motivation was to give a sort of a hidden message.
That's right. Well, you can look really hip,
Hey.
I like to go to jazz clubs, and women think that's really cool to say.
Yeah.
And by the way you play, and
yeah.
Did it work out that way?
Yeah, I had a certain amount of
few birds.
Yeah, a few birds. Yeah, bit of crumpet here and
In case
there.
they don't know what we're talking about, in England, where they would say chicks here or so forth, they say birds over there.
Birds, yes, birds, crumpet.
Crumpets.
Skirt. Other awful. No, that's American too. That's rather nasty, isn't it?
What's that?
Of course. Skirt, isn't it?
They don't use that. I think that is like in the 30s and 40s.
Is it? Well, yes, I was.
Great looking skirt,
Yes.
Broad was a word that was considered a long time ago really kind of offensive to women, and now they can use it meaning, hey, she's a good broad, meaning a nice woman.
Yeah.
It doesn't. I don't think it has that connotation anymore.
Extraordinary.
No. Not really, but I'm paid to do this kind of stuff. And that's really all I could come up with. When you say in England something is bloody awful, that is really.
Well,
expression is not used much, is it, on television?
Well, no, it is used quite a lot because our television conventions are rather more relaxed. Like a saggy pair of underwear or something. No, that's not the best metaphor, but there's a certain
permissiveness.
Yes. Thank you.
You're welcome. I've been wanting to use that word for weeks, and I try to sneak it in when I can.
But bloody is
how would you describe what that means?
It means very. You say something's bloody awful, it means very awful, or, I remember my mother's hair going up on the back of her neck whenever the word was used.
Right.
She used to describe maybe a neighbor as a silly old COW, which you know,
Cow?
Cow, but yes, things like.
Can I go on to the next plateau now?
Yes. So she was particularly sensitive to even a word like bloody, which is very common.
Yeah. Let me give you another. Have you been drinking again, Arthur? All right, now here's an interview quote, and I've got it right here because I want to look at this for sure.
Oh.
Said, "You've covered a lot of ground with women between wives and girlfriends indulging in what you called meaningful one-night stands."
Yeah, well. I knew that phrase would come back to haunt me.
Yes, well, was that a fairly accurate...
Well, I was making the point I felt... nicely put. That one can have a nice relationship with a woman, you know, that can be counted in minutes and seconds rather than years. It's just a...
I think you're right.
Yeah, I think it is true.
You can be with somebody for 10 years and really not know them.
Yeah.
And be with somebody for half an hour.
And really
know them. You know, we're talking knowing. We're talking knowing. We have to do a bit of a message. Why do I start talking British when I had anybody from England on? Right now, we'll be back. Silly time, folks. You've gone mainly with actresses. You know, I mean,
gone with
or dated or
yes,
so forth. Is it fed? Loved, been enraptured with. Is it because they're in the same business that you feel more comfortable with them, or?
Well, I don't know. I must say I think actresses are a terrific lot. You know, they're that sounds terrible. I think they're interesting, exciting, they're electric, they're alive, they're attractive, and I have to leave now.
You getting excited just talking about it, or what?
There's something, I mean, it's obviously nice to have people in the same business as your friends, and that's really what it is.
I think you're right.
Yeah.
I think you're right. You ever worry about getting...
Yeah.
No. I wasn't going to say any. I had the other. You ever worried about... See, the way this works, I will complete the
sentence. I'm sorry,
That's all right.
I thought you had already...
You ever worry about getting older and losing your attractiveness?
Oh, it's very nice of you.
Well, women do. A lot of actresses do.
Well, I think actresses... I was discussing this on the plane coming here today. It's very... It's terrible, I think, being an actress, really, in this business. As an actor, you don't really have the same preoccupations. I mean, you know, I'll probably scream with panic at some point. Yes, I'll...
Yeah. Yes, you haven't had the midlife crisis yet.
Well, I had a midwife crisis.
Did you? That's probably a brutal affair, I suppose.
Brutal, and she pulled me out. I said, "Let me stay here. It's awfully nice and warm."
Yeah.
And
when you were a little boy, and I don't mean that as a put down.
No.
Or as a pun.
Yes.
But I mean, you were a boy and little then.
Yes,
a younger
when I was
boy.
a little boy.
You were probably smaller than boys of your average size. Of your average, not. Of course you would.
I'm with you.
That was not a complete question. You were probably smaller than boys your same age.
Yes.
Did that create any kind of a problem outside of being smaller?
It did preoccupy me for a long time. I'm glad you asked me that. I did wait till you completed.
Yes, I was finished. Yeah.
Was it good for you?
I'll say stop when I get to the end of it. I'll say stop. Your turn. Good. Your turn.
I was very embarrassed at gradually I saw these kids, you know, getting bigger and so forth. It was a preoccupation for a time, but now it doesn't bother me at all.
Yeah. It's actually you get a lot of mileage out of the fact that you are
a squirt.
No.
He wasn't going to say
that. I wasn't going to say that.
No. I thought I'd just complete it for you.
Diminutive in stature compared to the guy...
Clint Eastwood.
Well, Clint's not all that.
He's not all that?
No, I wasn't finished yet.
I'm sorry.
Not all that big.
This is one of Merv's theme shows.
Yes. Yes, unfinished sentences. Look, anyway, the movie opens all over the... Well, I know it's all over the country.
Yes, all over.
All over the country. Tomorrow, which is Friday, December...
17th.
You throw your voice, too. That's wonderful. Swore Ed said that. December the 17th, and I hope it's a big hit. Really,
Thank you.
Because you're a remarkable talent, and I mean that.
Thanks.
Before you go, as they say. Anyway, before you go, as they always say, you do play.
Yes.
Nice piano.
Thank you.
Is that a compliment? You say nice piano? What would what would be a better...
Accomplished.
I'll take anything.
Accomplished.
Nice,
skilled.
Accomplished, skilled piano.
Skilled pianist who will now demonstrate the fact that I have just stated. Mr. Moore.
Thank you. This is a...
Go, I am finished with that.
Oh, you...
Theme from the film. Happy holidays. Loves to perform because he loves audiences. And even at his own club in New York called Dangerfield, strangely enough, he still doesn't get any respect. But he'll be working at the Tropicana Hotel in Las Vegas for 6 weeks starting February the 17th. Rodney Dangerfield.
What a crowd! What a crowd! I'll tell you, it's still all right. Thank you very much. I'll tell you, I'm all right now. Last week I was in rough shape, though, you know? My wife's father, he moved in with us. Has an electronic pacemaker. Every time he sneezes, the garage door opens. I saw my dentist, too, last week, another beauty. I said to him, Doc, look at my teeth, they're all getting yellow. He told me to wear a brown necktie. I'll tell you, last week was a rough week for me. I broke up my psychiatrist, too. He told me I'm going crazy. I said to him, if you don't mind, I'd like a second opinion. He said, all right, you're ugly too. And then he told me to lay on the couch, face down. No, I tell you, on Halloween, that's when I know I'm ugly. I open the front door, kids give me candy. And girls, they don't like my looks either. Well, the other day, a girl was driving a one-way street. I yelled out, one way. She yelled back, no way. I don't know. I tell you, since I'm a kid, nobody wants me around, you know? I mean, the time I asked my old man, how can I get my kite in the air? He told me to run off a cliff. He did a lot of things, my old man. Oh, once on my birthday, he gave me a dartboard with automatic return. And my mother, too, she never breastfed me. She told me she liked me as a friend. I tell you, since I'm a kid, I don't get no respect from anyone. Well, last week I donated blood. The family thanked me for saving their dog's life. And my wife, she's no better than the rest of them. I told them when I die, I want to be cremated. She's planning a barbecue. And with my wife, I got no sex life either. Outside my bedroom window, they caught a peeping Tom sleeping. What a sex life. Well, my dog keeps watching me in the bedroom, wants to learn how to beg. Yeah, my dog, that's another one. He taught my wife to roll over and play dead. Now, I'll tell you, my life, when she makes love to me, there's always a reason for it. One night she used me to time an egg. And I'll tell you something else, too. I don't like the nickname she gave me, either. Microwave. Hey, Hollywood.
How are you? You're looking wonderful, Roger.
Eric, thank you very much, Johnny. You look kind of cute yourself, you know that? Very nice. How you doing, all right?
Is it warm in here?
What's me? You know, the pressure. It's always there, you know.
You want me to I'll do a commercial, give you a chance to cool off a little bit?
Whatever you like. It's okay. I mean, it's not my ball game, you know.
That's right. But we'll do this
We'll return
right after this, sure.
Very nice.
Yeah,
So,
you look relaxed now.
well, I'm okay. I'm fine. Thanks very much. It's always nice. This relaxes me, being out here in
Does it really?
California. Nice people, you know. California's a pretty country, too.
You like
know.
it, huh?
Well, I like big mountains. They got big trees. You know, it's lovely out here.
Yeah.
You know, I love trees. You know that. Oh. Sometimes I spend a whole day just looking for a piece of oak and a hunk of ash. You know that. No, I mean, in New York, there's not many trees.
There's not many trees.
Well, I live in New York. There's only one tree in my block, you know, and two guys live in it. I'm telling you, it's
You live in a rough neighborhood.
Oh, very bad. Are you kidding? My neighborhood? Forget about all kinds of people there.
Yeah.
But this last week, a guy rotated my tires from my car to his. No, my neighbor's always problems, though. You kidding? My block is a beautiful children's zoo, you know? Last week, 4 kids escaped. I mean, always problems, you know? No, but I'll tell you, kids are bad today, Johnny. They're bad today, Johnny.
Yeah.
I'll tell you, my kid, too, full of smart answers, you know? Well, the other day I said to him, I says, you're young, you don't have it upstairs. He told me I was old, I don't have it downstairs. Now, I mean, people can drive you nuts, Johnny, you know?
Yeah.
Like the other night I went into a place, I asked the bartender for a double. He brought out some guy who looked like me. You gotta relax, that's the whole thing.
That's right.
I can't relax for trying. That's the whole problem. You kidding my friend, the Dr. Vinny Boombatz. He knows how to relax.
I was going to ask you about him.
He's doing fine. He's glad you brought it up, too.
Yeah.
He's doing fine, you know. Doing fine. He's busy, you know. His new book just came out.
He has a new book?
Big book. All about hamburgers.
About hamburgers?
Hamburgers, yeah. The book's entitled, She Was in Love with a Quarter Pounder Until She Tried the Whopper. It's a very good
Good job. Your doctor writes a lot of funny books, doesn't he?
Books.
Yeah.
All about hamburgers, yes, read, boy. But I'll tell you, Johnny, I count my blessings.
Do you really?
I count my blessings, you know. I'm doing okay today. Show business, I was broke for years, you know. I never had any money. I couldn't buy nothing. I used to go to orgies to eat the grapes. Are you kidding? I had no money at all. No money at all. My whole life, I never got a break with anything. You kidding? With me, nothing comes easy, nothing. Well, last week, my gay uncle died. Left me all his dresses. Don't get a break with nothing, Johnny.
Hasn't been a good year, has it?
I never had any luck with girls either. You kidding?
Really?
Never had any luck with it. By the time I was 16 years old, I had sex once and VD twice. Never had luck with it. When I was a kid, I never got girls, never.
Really?
My friends didn't know, though. I fooled them, you know. I used to go to drive-in movies alone and do push-ups in the back seat of my car. You know? I mean, I got a girl here and there, but nothing, you know.
Yeah.
Nothing. Well, one time I took out a real fat girl. Ooh, was she fat? Big girl. Fat out there. She was so fat, I mean, during sex, guys asked directions, you know what I mean?
That's a big girl. Big girl.
Big girl. Fat as no guy. I lose some weight myself, Johnny. It's awful. That's the whole thing. They look thin, you know?
Yeah.
I found out the best way to look thin, you hang out with fat people. It's the only way, I'm telling you, you know? It's healthy, thin, and health. That's what's health. We didn't come to health yet.
Right.
That's right. Health is important, you know? And I'm getting old. I'm not a kid anymore, you know that? We all get old. I'm at the age now, I tell you, I'm envious of a stiff wind, you know? I'm getting very old. It's tough to work it out, you know?
Yeah, of course,
it's tough.
you got to take them on the road, you know.
I've been more depressed than ever lately, too.
Are you
Johnny.
depressed?
Very depressed.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Come on, laugh it up, will you? I'm very depressed. No, I'm very depressed. It's worse than ever. This depression,
Yeah, go ahead.
it's like a heaviness on top of me, Johnny.
yeah?
It's always there, this heaviness, always right on top of me, you know? Other guys get up in the morning, a new day, up and at 'em. I wake up, the heaviness is waiting for me nice, you know? And sometimes I even talk to it. And I say, hi, heaviness. And the heaviness looks back at me, today you're going to get it good, you know? You'll be drinking early today. And I don't want to drink because I'm a bad drinker, I'll tell you that, Johnny. When I drink the next day, I got to do two things. I got to try and locate my car, and I got to bring back the car I took. I mean, I'm a bad drinker. Remember that one? Yeah, sure.
Of course I do.
Of course you do. I know a lot of my bed. I don't know. Bring on the next guy. I don't know what I'm doing.
When you come to the end of the conversation, you come to the end of the conversation. A lot of guys taper off. Rodney doesn't fool around. Bring out the next guy. You're a funny man.
Thank you very much.
We'll do this and we'll be right back.